Through the money, designer the drip. Don't got a cap, I'm as real as it get. Bet on myself and I tripled the flip. Came from the streets, I'ma stick to the script. We popping bottles like we win a trip. Rather fill up accounts than empty a clip. 10 on the ground, so I never slip. They love you, they hate you, I'm watching them switch. Switch, 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 switch. They hate you, they love you, I'm watching them switch. Switch.
Yo, what up, gang? Rook here. Gotta talk to y'all, man. Fucking season's here. Yesterday was August 1st. It was Thursday. It's the first Thursday. That means Hall of Fame game played. We all know it's a little bit of a snoozer because none of the big names really be playing out there, but it's the first taste of the game. Pigskin out there, fresh grass, pad zone. Saw the new kickoff. Cool. With the season being here, with fantasy football implications huge, let's talk about some teams to watch. Let's start off with the Hall of Fame game teams. Let's start off with the fact that the Texans played the Bears last night, and the Texans are that team to watch in the AFC South. The Texans are that team that is favored in the AFC South, and some people have them favored to compete for the AFC title and go to Super Bowl. Why? DeMeco Ryans, great coach. He's back. Got these guys highly motivated, moving. That defense is a championship defense. Why? CJ Stroud, voted by his peers in the NFL's top 100, is in the top 20 of that top 100. That dude was that good. He was that mature. He was that ready. Already off in the right situation, definitely the right situation. They gave him Stephon Diggs to go with Nico Collins, already a good young group of receivers. Cam Akers played last night. He's back. Looks well. Looks like he's going to be a complimentary addition to the running back room. The Bears organization that I'm mad and disappointed with, but I'm happy for them right now. What they did for Caleb Williams, wish they did for Justin Fields. They ain't do that. But what they did for Caleb Williams, you give him the pros pro. You give him Keenan Allen. All right, true consistency. You re-up DJ Moore. You draft Rome Odunze. You bring in a very dynamic option in the backfield in DeAndre Swift. You gave this guy the tools necessary to compete not only in his division, but to be surprising and push for a playoff run, because that defense is really good. It's always pretty formidable. And the adding Montez Sweat at the trade deadline last year proved huge. They read him up last year. So he's locked in. That's two teams. Jets have to be a team to watch. Them bringing in Hassan Reddick, even though they're in a contract dispute, says win now. Says win right now. Aaron Rodgers is healthy. Nathaniel Hackett, though I myself and a lot of people didn't like him coming back, I understand. As long as Aaron's running this show, it's Nathaniel's show to run with Aaron. You bring in a Mike Williams, you get him healthy, him opposite side of Garrett Wilson, great compliment for Garrett Wilson. All right, this team has tons of potential, a championship defense, a championship quarterback. Jets fans, New York City, we are thirsty for parade. Time for that discount double check. Time to cash in. I'm not going to talk about the boys. The boys ain't much to be talked about right now. A lot of stupidness going on. What we will talk about is how Jim Harbaugh is going to change the culture for the Chargers. Going to change the culture out there in the AFC West and make it real physical, real challenging, real scary. Justin Herbert has an opportunity now to really be a part of something that has great structure to it. All right, if y'all remember the 49er teams from before, very physical, very demanding teams, they're always going to scare you. They're always going to bring you that punch. Watch the Chargers. I'm watching Harbaugh ball all season long because I'm watching the Ravens. Bringing back this championship-style defense, they let me down. I feel like they should be Super Bowl champions. The MVP will be back and healthy, but they brought in Derrick Henry for a team that's already a running game's nightmare for any defense. Derrick Henry is huge. Losing Odell should not hurt this team. All right, they got enough young ponies out there, receiver, make this shit work. Championship defense, Matabuke is back. You watch the Ravens. You watch the AFC North because you're going to watch the Bengals. Their receivers will be there. T. Higgins is going to play this year out. Joe is Joe. And as long as he's healthy and upright, very much so they could challenge for a Super Bowl. It's kind of up in the air. But I'll get to why it might not be up in the air in a minute. Also in the AFC North, I have to say, watch the whole North. All right, it might be the old days again. All right, Jerry Jeudy in Cleveland. If Deshaun can figure himself out and get back to being consistent, that's a great compliment right there for Amari Cooper. Great compliment for a really good offense, really, really good defense. The Steelers are my team to watch because I feel like Justin Fields is going to take over that team. It's his team, and Russ is there for icing on the cake, to be honest. All right, he's a show pony. Justin Fields' team to lose. At some point, you'll see him running this show. This team will look as dynamic as it needs to look. And Mike Tomlin always gets the best out of his players. Much respect to Mike. Gotta say that we're watching the Eagles because they brought back both their receivers. Okay, they brought in Bryce Huff from the Jets, and that's a clean swap right there. Younger player, very much like Hassan Reddick, and you bring in Saquon to add insult to injury. I feel like they're the team to beat in the NFC East. They might be the team to beat in the whole NFC itself. Remains to be seen. What I will say is the Chiefs are the team to beat, period. They had a lackluster offense last year. You allowed them to get Marquise Hollywood Brown for $7 million on a steal. That's bullshit. That's nonsense. You gave him weapons again. It's a track meet. All right, it's a straight racing team out there now. Kadarius Toney's going to be gadget man again, like how he used to be. He's a football player. You get the ball in his hands and just watch him work. All right, he's not a pure receiver. He never has, never will be. But get him the ball, and they're going to make that work. Then they bring in Xavier Worthy. Like I said, track meet. They have tons of speed out there. Dangerous on the outside. Those crossers are going to be running again, and Kelsey's going to be eating up the middle. Running back room remains mostly the same. I feel like that is a very terrifying outlook for the rest of the league because the Chiefs got better instead of staying the same or getting dramatically worse. They got better. Might get a three-peat. Clearly, I'm going to leave a lot of teams out of this discussion right now. What I'm going to get into in the coming days is what rookies to watch. All right. Speaking of rookie watch, Keon Coleman, no one's talking about the Buffalo Bills, but the Bills are one of those teams to watch. Be very careful with them. They have a young, very thirsty group of receivers. Dare I say, hungry group of receivers looking to prove themselves. And Keon Coleman is one of those receivers. Him and Josh Allen are going to make a monster combo. And they might surprise some people because all of a sudden, no one's talking about the Buffalo Bills. But we're going to be talking about football for a long time. Everybody get happy. Everybody get your popcorn ready. Everybody get your favorite beer out. Let's go.
Through the money, designer the drip. Don't got a cap, I'm as real as it get. Bet on myself.